chicos.
Hola chicos.
Bienvenidos a una nueva edición de Ruta 226.
Somos el Ministerio Infantil Ruta 226.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sunday school class. I've missed you guys. It's been a while. Okay, so today is going to be a pretty cool day. But do you guys remember what you guys learned last week? Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember what you guys learned last week? I think Jansen might have taught the lesson, right? I think I watched the video. You guys talked about what did you guys talk about? I think you guys talked about Moses, right? You guys talked about Moses, and I think it had something to do with water, right? Yeah, so what happened was last Sunday, you guys learned how the Israelites, they were on the desert and they needed water, right? They were complaining, they were thirsty. And then Moses, he took his staff and he hit the rocks and water came out of the rocks. That's what you guys learned last week, right? Okay, cool. So now this week, we're going to have a different lesson. I'm going to tell a different story, okay? But first, I want you guys to imagine this. Okay, so imagine that we're back in Sunday school. Right now, I'm in our classroom. For those that you guys that are in my class, I'm in the classroom right now. Notice the cool couches, right? All right, so imagine you're back here, and you just came in, and we're going to play a game. All right, so I want everybody to pretend they're in a circle. All right, close their eyes, pretend they're in a circle, and in the middle of this circle, there are some stuffed animals, some blocks, some cars. Okay, can you guys imagine it? All right, cool. Now, we're going to play a game, okay? Ready, set, go. Let's play. Come on, go, let's play. Why aren't you guys playing? Aren't you guys imagining the cars, the blocks, the balls? You're not imagining it? What's wrong with the game? Why? Is there something wrong with the game? Do you guys know how to play the game? I didn't explain that. But you don't need rules, right? Oh, you need rules. You need guidelines? Do you really need... Yeah, right? Like, I can't just tell you guys ready, set, go. You guys would be confused as to how to play the game, right? So games need rules. Like, imagine playing Monopoly without rules, right? It would be kind of confusing and weird. All right, imagine this one. Imagine this. Let's say you're driving down the street, la-di-da-di-da, and in your parents' car, obviously, you guys can't drive. And people are just speeding like crazy. They're running all the red lights. They're running the stop lines. They're driving on the sidewalk, right? Can you imagine that? That would be complete chaos, right? Because no one would be following the rules. We need rules in order to stay safe, right? I know we're all young here, right? Right, guys? You guys are young. I'm young. We don't like rules. We don't like to follow rules. But in the end, rules are there to help us out, right? They're there to keep us safe. They're there so we're not confused. Does that make sense? Now, the Israelites had been wandering in the desert for years and years. We're talking 40 years that they were in the desert. And they were tired, they were grumpy, they were hungry, they were thirsty. They were just ready to give up. They were like, why did we leave Egypt? But God saw this. And God said, you know what? These guys need rules because they're just so confused. So what did God do? God turned to Moses. And he told Moses to go up to the high mountain, to the peak of the mountain. It was Mount Sinai. And he said, Moses, I'm going to give you some rules. And I think you've heard of these rules. They're called the 10 Commandments. And now I know no one likes to come to church and hear rules, but these rules are pretty easy. And we're going to go over them right now, okay? So, rule number 1. Follow the one true God and no one else. That rule is pretty easy, right? Just follow the one true God. What does that mean? It means don't try to worship any other God. You can only worship God himself because he's the one true God. There isn't another one. Okay? Easy, right? It's not confusing. All right, now let's go to the other one. Rule number 2. Do not follow idols instead of God. Do not follow idols instead of God. So there are some people that try to build golden or silver statues throughout the Bible, and they want to worship that instead of God. But we know that that's wrong, because statues don't have powers. Statues aren't magical, right? They can't do anything. Who's the only one who can really, really save you? It's God, right? So rule number 2 is not to listen to those idols, not to listen to those people worshiping the idols. We listen to God. We worship God, right? Easy, right? Okay. Now, number 3. Number 3, respect God's name. Do not mistreat it. So have you ever been with your friends and they say, "Oh my God," or "I swear to God I'm right"? Okay, well, let me tell you now. That's wrong. Can't do that. Because whenever you use God's name like that, you're disrespecting God. I know it slips sometimes, right? I've said it too sometimes, but we can't do it. Because when we say things like that, we're disrespecting God's name. The only time you should use God's name is when you're talking to God, or when you're talking about God. If that's not the case, don't use the name, because we don't want to disrespect God, right? Yeah. Okay, so now number 4. Number 4 is to remember to take time to rest and focus on God. So I know you guys are in school and everything. You guys have homework. Life can get busy, right? I understand. I have school. I have work too. Life can get busy, but we should try to remember to take a portion of our day and devote it to God. What I do is at night, I pray to God, and I thank Him for the good day I had, and I ask Him for anything that I just need to ask. And we should all try to do that. All try to devote a little bit of time to God throughout the day. Another big one is on Sundays. On Sundays, your parents either come to church and they come to the service here, or maybe they watch the service on Facebook Live, right? And that's what they're doing. They're devoting that time to God. They're devoting Sunday to God. You guys can do the same thing. I know we're not here at church, but by watching this video, you're devoting time to God. Every Sunday, we post videos on our YouTube channel, and they're meant just for you guys, so that you guys can also learn about God. Because it's not just that your parents have to set time for God. You guys do too. I do too. We all do. It's all about being God's children. We have to love God and respect His rules, right? But that's an easy rule. Just give some time to God. Focus on God. Yeah? All right, so now number 5. And this one is even easier. Number 5, respect your mom and dad. Easy, right? Super easy. Now, I know, maybe it can get a little bit hard. Maybe your parents get mad. You say they don't understand you, right? You get mad at them, la-di-da-di-da. But you should respect your mom and dad, because you guys don't know how much they love you. Like, yeah, maybe they get mad at you, maybe you get in trouble sometimes, but it's because they love you. When I was a kid, I would get mad at my parents too. But now that I've grown up, I know that whenever I would get in trouble, it was because they loved me and protect me. So, speaking from experience, respect your parents, guys. They loved you, and I know that you guys love them too. So the next time you get mad at your parents, just remember, take a breath, and maybe they're getting mad at you because they love you. Okay? So rule number 5 was respect your mom and dad. Now, number 6. Now, number 6 is kind of a weird one, and I hope that you guys aren't going to, go crazy, but number 6 is do not kill anyone on purpose. Now, I know this is kind of a duh, right? Not to kill. But these Israelites were going crazy. They kept complaining about everything. So God needed to make sure that everything was very specific. So He wrote rule number 6, do not kill anyone. You guys know this, right? Don't go off into the street killing anybody. Right? Respect others. Right? Easy. We don't have to go over that one again. Number 7. This one's going to also be kind of weird. It is husbands and wives must stay faithful to each other. Now, is anybody here married? Anybody? Anybody? No, nobody here is married. Maybe the parents that are watching with you guys are married, but you guys aren't. So when you get married, just remember that you have to respect your partner. Whenever you get married, you make a promise to them, to your wife or your husband. And just remember to respect that promise and to not disrespect your partner. Okay? Easy enough. Now, rule number 8. Rule number 8 is respect other people's stuff. Do not steal. Now, when you're a kid, sometimes kids steal candy bars from the store and everything, and it's all fun and games. But in the end, it's wrong. You can't steal. Don't take things that aren't yours. Even if you really, really want them, it's wrong to steal. So just remember to ask before you take something. Or in this case, pay for the candy bar. Or have your parents pay for the candy bar. Okay? Don't just run out of the store with it. Easy enough, right? Then, number 9. Respect others. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Do not lie. Now, sometimes lying is the easy way out. Right? Your parents ask you, hey, did you drop the juice on the floor? And then you say, no, that would be my younger sister. That was not me. Now, sure, your sister's the one that gets in trouble, but it's wrong to lie. Okay? Plus, I'll lend you in on a little secret. Your parents know when you're lying. Trust me. Your parents know when you're lying. You think that they don't and that you're going to get away with it, but no, your parents know when you're lying, okay? So I just want to throw that out there. Do not lie, because in the end, if they catch you that you were lying, you're going to get in a whole lot more trouble, right? It's easier to say, yes, I broke my phone. Yes, I lost my wallet. Yes, I made the mess, because it's not going to be as bad as when they find out that you lied. Rule of thumb for anything, don't lie. Okay? Just tell the truth. And now, number 10. It goes along with what we've been talking about. Respect others. Be happy with what you have. Now, I have a quick question. Who that is watching has a phone? Who has a phone? Any type of phone. Doesn't matter what it is. Who has a phone? Okay? Now, who does not have a phone? Does not have any kind of phone? So, I remember in elementary school, there were these kids that had phones. And I wasn't one of them. I didn't have a phone until I was in high school. And I was always jealous of the kids that had a phone. I didn't have one, and I really wanted one. But, like I said, I didn't get one until high school. But that jealousy that I felt, that jealousy is wrong. I can't live my life. You and I, we can't live our lives wishing we had what we don't. We have to be happy with what we do have. Right? Because even though, like, let's say right now, I don't know, you're in 4th grade and you don't have a phone. I mean, that's okay. You don't have to be jealous of the kids that do have phones. Because if all you think about is, oh, I don't have a phone, but my best friend does, you're going to end up being very grumpy and mad and sad all the time. So don't think about all that, okay? Just be happy with what you have. Okay? Okay. So, to recap, I know I just threw a bunch of laws at you, and that's how the Israelites felt. They were like, whoa, 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 whoa. We've never had all these laws. Where did these laws come from? I don't want to follow them. But they needed to, and we do too. So to recap, rule number 1, follow the one true God, no one else. Rule number 2, do not follow idols instead of God. Rule number 3, respect God's name. Don't misuse it or don't disrespect it. Rule number 4, remember to take some time to devote to God, to focus and to be with God. Kind of like what you're doing by watching this video. Rule number 5, respect your parents. Rule number 6, do not kill anyone on purpose. Duh. Rule number 7, husbands and wives must stay faithful to each other. Rule number 8, respect other people's stuff. Do not steal. Rule number 9, respect others. Tell the truth. Do not lie. And rule number 10, respect others. Be happy with what you have. If you follow these 10 simple rules, in the end, you yourself are going to become a better person. So, just like God gave Israelites these laws, in the end they did follow them. And they did learn to be better children of God. We also have to follow them. Because we are God's children. And in the end, we're going to be better people. I don't want you guys to think that, oh, these are rules I have to follow. No, these are all easy rules that are going to make you a better person. They're for your own good. They're for your own good. They're for my own good. They're for your parents' own good. They're for everybody's own good. Because in the end, we're going to be a lot happier that we chose to follow God's commandments. Easy enough, right? All right, so then I hope everybody enjoyed this video. We're not done just yet. I'm going to give it off to to Miss Catherine, to do the activity with you guys. And I saw it, and it's a pretty cool activity. So don't turn the video off just yet, all right? So I'm signing it off to her, all right? Bye, guys.
Hi, guys. I'm Catherine, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. So, as Mr. Anthony has talked about the 10 Amendments, today we're going to do this very colorful and messy activity, okay? So, I'm going to list it all your materials. So, you guys going to need tempera, finger paints, or any type of paint that you have at home. And, yeah, and let's start. So, today I have purple paint with me because I have purple paint and I have pink paint. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to paint my hands because I know we love painting our hands, right? So you know how Mr. Anthony has talked about the 10 Amendments and about Moses. So I'm going to start painting my hand pink at the bottom. You see? So you guys can choose one color, two colors, 3 colors, even. And I'm going to paint the other half purple. See, like that. You know how the colors mix? Yes. So that's what I told you. This is going to be a very, very messy activity. Because you guys are going to paint your hands. And please do ask your parents permission to do it so, because we don't want to have things painted at your home. So what I'm going to do is gonna print my hand in my paper. Take it off. Ain't that pretty? So I'm gonna do the same thing with my other hand. So that's why it's gonna be messy, because you guys can do it and go wash your hands, but I can't go wash my hands, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And if you cannot paint your right hand because you're right-handed, please ask your parents for help. They were happy to help you. Okay. It's kind of difficult for me because I'm not a left-handed person. Okay. Y ahora voy a usar el color morado. Please, guys, trust the process. And this is how my other hand looks like. And I'm going to print it out over here. The paper. Okay, so just give me 5 minutes and I'll be back. I'm going to go wash my hands, okay? I'm back, guys. So, you know how Mr. Anthony was talking to us with 10 Commandments, sorry. Got the words mixed up in there. The 10 Commandments that God gave to Moses. So, we have, how many fingers do we have? We have 10 fingers. So for every single finger, we're going to write one commandment, okay? So in our first finger, you know, let's just let your hands dry for like around 5 minutes. Should be like ready in 10 minutes, okay? So the first one is, which one is the first one, guys? Do you guys remember what Mr. Anthony told us? Okay, yes. So the first one is put God first. So we're going to write over here, put God first, like that. On our single finger, we'll say, do not make fake God. So we'll write, do not make fake God. Okay. Which one is our third commandment? Do you guys know it? That's right. We're gonna do respect God's name. Oh, respect God's name. Okay. The fourth commandment is respect God's days of rest. And our fifth commandment should be respect your parents. You always have to respect your parents, right? Okay. Nice. Okay, so on our second hand, we're gonna do the other second half of our 10 commandments. So in our second hand, we're gonna write do not kill, because that's a crime. Okay, we're gonna write on our on our seventh finger, respect marriage promises. Okay. On our eighth finger, do not steal, because stealing is very, very bad. In the ninth finger, we're gonna do not lie. Okay? We don't lie in here. Lie is very bad. And in our last finger, we're gonna write do not be jealous. Okay? So we have our two colored hands. And you guys can use different colors. And now after this dries, you can put it in your room so you can always read it and also go back to know which one are the 10 commandments that God gave to Moses. Well guys, I had so much fun with you today. I hope you enjoyed this activity. I hope you don't make a mess with all these colors, but I'm sure you guys have fun. Thank you.